Gab, you may have noticed, but there are no Premier League clubs in the Champions League semi-final for the first time since 2020, and only I think the second time since 2016 or something like that. And with Liverpool and West Ham needing comebacks and big ones to stay alive in the Europa League, it looks increasingly like Italy and Germany and not England will have 5 teams in the Champions League next season.
So I know a lot of people who, because you've got these Premier League fanboys out there, you have automatically the equivalent, which is just Premier League haters out there. And people were loving the Schadenfreude last night. I mean, Augie as well. Like, whoa, like, it is a fair point. They have more resources than everybody else. They should be doing better. On the other hand, I look at the margins. I don't think, performance in European competitions is the best benchmark of a league, or does it mean that there's anything particularly wrong with a league? So no, I don't think that this is necessarily a big deal. If it becomes a habit, I do think that if they miss out on the 5th place, and they probably will, then all of a sudden this Aston Villa Spurs battle for 4th, that becomes really, really exciting.
Yeah. Chelsea destroyed Everton on Monday night, Gab, winning 6-0, and Cole Palmer scored 4 goals. Gab, you were there. Were Chelsea good or Everton an absolute shambles, or both?
I think a bit of both in the first half. In the second half, the game just kind of derailed a little bit. By the way, Palmer could have had 5 because he had one which the XG was like 0.9. Yeah. It's amazing. Palmer has scored 20 Premier League goals this season. He's level with Haaland. Watkins one behind. And then you've got Isak, Salah, and my man Dominic Solanke, another former Chelsea striker on 17. Everton were really bad. They were disappointing. Everything went wrong for them. Chelsea's patterns of play actually worked. There was no Enzo Fernandez.
No.
Wonder if the two things are somehow related.
Don't know.
But yeah, it would have been really good for Pochettino, Jules. Except then... Man, he was furious after the game with Nico Jackson and Noni Madueke. Now, if you haven't seen this, go check it out. It's on the internet. They squabbled over who would take that penalty in the second half, despite the fact that Cole Palmer, neither one of these two mopes is a designated penalty taker. It looked so bad, stealing the ball from each other.
Pushing each other. Like, listen, what I don't understand, because Madueke is the first one, to be fair, to take the ball. The foul is not even on him. The foul is on Palmer first, and then goes on to him. He's also down. He takes the ball saying, no, and you can read on his lips, say, I'm taking this. Palmer is staying away from it. Nico Jackson comes in and said to Madueke, no, give it to me. I'll take it. It's just like, listen, there is a guy that you have all been told he takes the penalty, even if he scored 10 goals already before, unless he's ready to give it to you, and that comes from Cole Palmer himself. If not, it's his. This is his. I mean, Sterling tried before, and Enzo had to come and say, like, come on, he's the penalty taker, he's designated. What are Madueke and Nico doing? I don't understand.
Pochettino says if it happens again, they're out of the team. You know what? What I would do?
Right.
Out of the team now.
Yeah.
You especially, Madueke.
Yeah.
I don't need to see this nonsense from you. You, Jackson, unfortunately, I need you because we're stupid morons and we let Broja go. We don't have any other strikers. But seriously, no, you have to take a stand. It has got to be.
I know.
And did you notice that Gallagher who's the captain on the day, only gets involved at the end after Thiago Silva walks the length of the pitch coming over? Gallagher's like, why? Why am I doing this?
I know.
I mean, honestly, I don't want to be like those old guys. Oh, on John Terry's day, they would have kicked them up the backside. Yeah. John Terry would have hogtied them and put them in the boot of a car, which is what they probably deserve. Yeah. So embarrassing.
Yeah. And more Everton as well, Gabby. They filed their appeal over that second point deduction of 2 points. That came a few days ago. And there's a chance we won't get a resolution until May 24th, which is 5 days after the end of the season. That's ridiculous.
It is pretty ridiculous, especially when they're just arguing over accounting. Everton are also arguing, maybe we can have take one of the points and be penalized, start next season at -1. Dude, worry about staying up before you worry about those things. It's going to be very, very weird this year, but that's the way it is. People got to get used to it.